Hey guys, so today I'm doing a review of Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas, and yes, I finally read it, yay! And I did really enjoy it. So if you don't know, this is a YA fantasy book about a girl who was a really notorious assassin, and she ends up getting drawn into a competition where different criminals fight each other to become the king's like personal assassin to kill people for him. So yeah, that's the premise of what the story is about. It's very, very popular, so I'd be surprised if you didn't already know that, because I feel like I'm the last person on this planet to read this book. This review is going to be spoiler-free, just in case for some reason you haven't read it, like I hadn't read it. The first thing I want to talk about, and the thing that I loved the most about this book, is the fact that Selena, the main character, who's the assassin, she is the best YA female protagonist that I've ever read. One of the other characters actually describes at one point Selena's like swagger, and I think that's kind of what it was. She just had this attitude, like she was just super cocky almost, and I really, really liked that about her. I thought it was great, and you don't really see that often in female protagonists, so I thought that was really cool. She was quite like sarcastic, and but not in like a surly kind of way. She was sarcastic in like a funny way, and she would like smile at people just to mess with them and stuff like that. I just thought she was great. She was such a great protagonist, so I really, really liked that about this book. She was also realistic. Like, I didn't love everything about it. She had her flaws for sure, and she was flawed in a way that wasn't like soft for a change. And I think that's completely realistic to a character, because if you're a assassin by trade, you're not going to be like really soft and vulnerable and need someone to rescue you all the time. So I really like that she was a really strong female lead, so that was great. And there was a lot of other like female stuff that was dealt with really well in this book that often gets overlooked in other YA fiction. So one thing was that they mentioned periods, which like that never comes up in YA, which it should, because it's kind of like normal and part of everyday life. And sometimes when you're reading books like this, you're like, I wonder like, how does a character like this in this situation deal with like normal things too? So it was good that that was included, and it wasn't in your face, like shoved in. You know, sometimes things like that can kind of be shoved in to like make a point, but it just felt like it belonged in the story, like it wasn't out of place or anything. And there was also a really great female friendship in this book that I really, really liked. Honestly, probably also one of the best female friendships that I've ever read in YA fantasy. And yeah, it's just one of those things. I think often contemporary gets some of these things right more often than fantasy, just because obviously the focus is on those things. In fantasy, there's often a focus on romance but not much else, but this book covered that female friendship really well, so I liked that a lot. I wasn't a big fan of the love triangle in this book. I don't think it's any secret that there is a love triangle. It was, to be fair, like it wasn't a huge focus, but I am generally never a big fan of love triangles, so there is that, but that's okay. I really liked Dorian as a character. So Dorian is like the prince, the king's son, and yeah, he was also like flawed but quite realistic, and you kind of grow to like him as the story goes on, or at least I did. So yeah, I liked him. And then the world building and stuff was really amazing as well. It felt very political. There was a lot of focus on, you know, like what do you do when you can see a situation that's going on between two kind of like opposing sides, and you can see both of them are kind of just human, and it's never like black and white, like good and evil. It kind of gets looked at from both sides. So I really liked those kind of like political themes, and it kind of reminded me of the Winner's Circle in that way. Like it was quite well done. The magic stuff I wasn't that keen on, just because I feel like that's probably something that's going to develop throughout the rest of the series. I don't know, that's just what I'm figuring, because there wasn't that much of a focus on the magic, but it was kind of significant at the same time. So I just enjoyed the other elements of this book more, I guess. So the magic just kind of felt like a side thing. I really liked the idea of the competition itself. So these people have to like fight each other pretty much to the death, and I just think stories that have a solid thing like that to them, like a competition or something, where it kind of keeps the story going forwards, because you're kind of using the competition as like your timeline. So I really liked that. I thought that worked really well. I kind of would have liked to see some of the challenges more, because you don't see all of the aspects of the competition. It kind of skims over some of them. So yeah, the other thing I didn't love about this book was just that it felt very slow. I was into the story and stuff, but it just felt like it was dragging on at points. I don't know. I don't really know what it was. It didn't actually take me that long to get through, but it felt like it did. And yeah, so I don't know why that is. I just felt like it was a little bit slow. And yeah, that's kind of it. that's all I kind of want to say about this. I also just want to say that the girl on this cover kind of looks a little bit like Sarah J Maas. I just thought that was funny. So yeah, I rated this 3 out of 5 stars. I have a review on Goodreads, which is linked down below if you want to read that, but it's pretty much what I've just said. If you've read this, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as well, because I'd love to know what you thought of it, and I'm definitely going to be reading the rest of the series. I can't wait. Pretty excited about it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want. I upload 2 times a week, and I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.